Hello children, today we are going to see 10th standard English grammar portion, pronouns. Already you have come across, isn't? From your 3rd standard you are studying parts of speech. So out of this 8, your third one is pronouns. Shall we? Before we are going into the exercise, first we will see what is this pronouns. A pronoun is a word or phrase that substitutes a noun or a noun phrase. Phrase is nothing but it's a combination of words. Okay. For example, in the playground. If you are saying this, you have in the playground 3 words, but it won't give meaning, complete sense. Okay. So, while you are coming with this combination of words in a sentence, that's we will say the phrase. If this part of the phrase, if it is defines the noun, it is called noun phrase, nothing else. So, in this pronoun, there are 10 types of pronouns. That's we are going to see today. So, before we are going into the types, first you have to learn what is a pronoun. So, again, pronoun is a word or a phrase that substitutes a noun or a noun phrase. Simple. If you feel very difficult to by heart this or understand this, simply we can say instead of noun, if you are using, that is pronoun. For example, my name is Prema. I can say the sentence, my name is Prema. I am an English teacher. So, while I am describing the second sentence, I am not saying for each sentence Prema is an English teacher, Prema is a woman. We won't say like this. For in the first sentence only we can use the person's name. If you are continuous the sentences by saying about the same person or the same things, we will change the noun into pronouns. Okay. Now you can understand easily, I think so. Okay. For example, Kamala, if you are saying, instead of Kamala, you are going to use she. Vimal, okay. Instead of that, you can use he, like this. Apart from the noun, that is name of the person or a place, you are substituting a word something else, that is called pronoun. Now you can see a simple example for this. Asan is my son. He is studying in 10th standard. He likes to eat ice cream. I gave him a gift. See, in this para, we are describing about a person, Hasan. Okay. Except this first sentence, apart from that, you can see the other sentences, we are using a word he, otherwise possessive pronoun him. So, like this, if you are changing instead of this Hasan or the person, I am using he. He is, see in the second sentence, he is studying in 10th standard. I am not saying Hasan in all the sentences. Hasan is my son. Hasan is studying in 10th standard. Hasan likes to, we cannot say like this. We won't say like this. Okay. So, instead of the person, we are using the pronoun. It is very easy to understand you what is a pronoun. Now, we are going to see the types of pronoun. See, types of pronouns, first thing is personal pronouns. See, what are the personal pronoun? You have come across now first person, second person, third person. I, we is the first person, you is the second person, he, she, it, the is the third person. So, all these persons come across, that is personal pronouns. See in the example, Rajaraja Chola was a great king. Again I am saying the second sentence about the same person, Rajaraja Chola. He was a good human also. In the second sentence I am not using again Rajaraja Chola, the name of the person. Instead of that noun, I am using in the second sentence to describe about the same person, he. This he is the personal pronoun. So, what is the personal pronoun? We can use I, we, you, he, she, it, they. Instead of the noun, if you are using or substitutes any other word for that, that describes personal pronouns. For example, if you are saying about you, you will use I, isn't? Instead of that I, you have some name, but this I is personal pronoun. Okay, I am a teacher, I am a girl, you can use like this, isn't? Next, demonstrative pronouns. So, in this demonstrative pronouns, you can see this, that, these, those, such, yonder. Yonder is nothing but therein. Okay, that is the meaning of there. Simply you can understand there. Okay, so that is yonder, we will see. So, this, that, you know already very well, it is easy. These, those, singular, plural, such, yonder. Okay, all this is demonstrative pronoun. That is, you are saying no, you are describing about something which is very long or it's very near to you. Okay, this, that, and all this. You are not saying the material or thing's name or the person name. Yeah, I know this person, you can use it. Instead of that, I know Kamal. Instead of that, you can use I know him, you can use it. Okay, I know this person, you can use it. So, this, that is a demonstrative pronoun. Say in the example, this is a beautiful house. Okay, something it's in front of you, you are saying that there will be so many houses in that. You can use particular house and saying, pointing out that this is a beautiful house. Those are my friends. Some of them they are standing, your friends are standing in a long distance. If you want to point out, you can say those. Okay, instead of that, all the names of the persons, you are using this word those. Those are my friends. That is my book. Somebody will ask you in the classroom, whose book is this? Oh, that is my book, you will say. Okay, instead of that, English book, Tamil book you are using. If you are using English book, Tamil book, it will become a noun. Okay, instead of that noun, you are using what is that? That. Okay, that is my book, that is my pen. You are using, you are not describing exactly what is the thing it is. So, that is why that is the demonstrative pronoun. Next, we are going to see interrogative pronouns. So, already we have come across in the reported speech and kinds of sentences, interrogative sentences and all that. What is this interrogative? Questions, nothing else, it is a question. So, in the question, if you are using some of the word which is called as question word or a WH word or yes or no word like this, you have come across many times in the grammar, isn't it? So, all this question WH question words will come under interrogative pronouns. So, what are the question word you know? What, who, which, okay, all this comes under interrogative pronoun, because while you are asking something, what is your name? You can see in the first example, what is your name? Everybody we know this question. In this what, instead of that what, the receiver person who is standing in front of you, whom you are asking what is your name, they will give some answer as a noun. Okay, my name is something, they will say, okay, Sushila, for example, if they are saying, they are giving some noun. So, in this cases, what is the WH word you are using, it will become the pronoun. Who are you? I am this and that, you will give some descriptive words. Okay. So, who are you? This who is a interrogative pronoun, because we are making the interrogative sentences, that is simply we can say questions, making questions. So, while making questions, what are the question words, WH word you are using in the sentences, that is called interrogative pronouns. The third one, whom do you want to meet? Whom, this whom is a interrogative pronoun. Next, indefinite pronouns. So, in the name itself you can easily understand. If you are saying something definite, okay, that is exactly we are saying. For example, in your home they are arranging some marriages. Okay, your father and mother, they will discuss about that. How many persons we can invite? Mom will say, okay, we can invite 300 persons. Dad will say, no, 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 we have to print 400 notices or invitation, we have to. So, exactly they will say 300 or 400 or 100, whatever it is. Okay. Instead of that, some of the persons we can invite, all of them we can invite. If they are using it, such a words all or some, it does not define any numbers, some of the group. Okay. That is why it is not defined properly. That's why it is called indefinite pronouns. It is very clear, I think so. By the name itself, you can understand easily. See, what are the indefinite pronouns? All, some, few, many, somebody, nobody. In all this, you cannot define the number of the persons. All are standing there are my friends. All are watching you. Okay, this all doesn't define the numbers. Okay, some of the group or a mob. Okay, that's all. That's we can say. We are not say exactly the numbers. Some of them it's maybe 5 or 7. It's maybe even 12. It is not defined properly. So indefinite. Few, some of them. Okay, like this. See in the example. All came for the celebration. How many persons have come? We don't know. We have said indefinitely, we have said all came for the celebration. Some are born great. Some it doesn't define any numbers. Some of them it's maybe 50 or 60 or whatever it is. Okay, even 5 or 7 we cannot define. So some is a indefinite pronoun. Few were present in the meeting. Okay, this few, how many of them? We don't know. Okay, in the sentence it is given just few. So while you are using indefinite numbers, which are the word substitutes for the indefinite numbers of the person or accounting or whatever, that is called indefinite pronouns. So what are the indefinite pronouns? All, some, few, many, somebody, nobody. All are doesn't define a number of people, exact number of people. It says some of the group or number of something, it may be. Okay, it may vary. Okay, differ. Okay, this type of pronouns is called indefinite pronouns. Next, you can see distributive pronouns. What is this? Already you have come across, no, many of the other types also you have this distributive word you can come across. So, in the pronouns also you have distributive pronouns. See, what are the distributive pronouns? Each, every, either, neither, anyone, none. Each, every, whether it is a singular or plural. You should be very clear because you have the exercise in the writing scale that spot the error. Mostly whatever it is comes in the distributive pronouns, these are the errors that we will make in the spot the error exercises. So, please be very careful while listening. Okay. This each, every, neither, either, all this is a singular forms. Okay. It won't be come with or followed with any plural form of verbs. Okay. It won't be come with are, were and all this. It will come with is, was, am and all this. Okay. So, it defines each person, one person, every person separately one person. Okay. It defines like this, either these or that, neither these or that. Okay, this person or this person, this thing or that thing. Okay, it will define like this only. Anyone, in the word itself you have anyone. Okay, none. None means it is a short form of no one, nobody. So, it is a 0. So, what are the distributive pronouns? Each, every, either, neither, anyone, none. Okay. See in the example, each of them is invited for the party. Each of them means, so everybody, everyone is invited. Okay. Each person is invited. Okay. You should not get confused because each always followed by of them, of us, like this, plural form. So, while you are making a sentence, you may be confused that because them is there. So, we have to use the plural form of the verb and all these confusions will come in your mind. So, you should be very careful. Some of the among persons, group of persons, we are describing about a one person, each of them. Okay. So, this is describe about that each, that one person, not this them, the plural forms of the word. So, always this each, every, it will be followed with a singular form of verbs only. Okay. So, it will be very clear to you, I think so. So, after this, do not make this type of grammatical errors. Each of them is invited for the party. Okay, each is the distributive pronoun. Everyone in the group is good at reading. Okay, see, everyone, it describes each one person. In the group, so group is a plural form, you cannot get confused with the plural form of this phrase, because it defines, the sentence is defined about the each person in the group. So, that is why we have used is, good at reading. Then either of the women, see, in this also women is a plural form. So, usually you will get confused, it may be followed with some of the other plural form of the verbs. No, either means this person or that person. Either of the women, there will be two person, this or that. Okay, this woman or this woman will be selected for the finals. So, either of the women will be selected for the finals. Neither of the boys were present for the event. Neither is a negative form. No one, even this person won't be or that person won't be. Okay, for example, you can say that neither tea or coffee I drink. That means I won't drink tea or coffee, nothing I won't drink. If you are using either, you are going to your home, they will ask you, do you want tea or coffee? So, you will say tea or coffee, anything okay, you can give, I will drink. So, that time you can use either, okay, either tea or coffee I prefer. Okay. So, do not get neither is a negative form, either is a positive form. So, each, every, either, neither, anyone, none. None means no one, nothing, zero, okay, nil. So, these are called distributive pronouns. Next, relative pronouns. It is very important. These questions will come in your question paper in the first 14 questions. So, be careful. Okay. Whom, who, that, which, these are the relative pronouns. Where you can use this who and whom. If the sentence is described about the person, you can use any one of it according to the meaning. That or which, it will describe about the things or materials, non-living things. For the living things, you can use the persons, human, only for the human you can use who or whom. So, these are the relative pronouns. See in the example, this is the poem which is written by me. Okay. So, this which, it is described about the poem, not about me. Okay. So, which is written, the poem, mostly the relative pronoun, it will come or it will follow with the noun which it is going to describe. Okay. See, it is described about the poem. So, at the next the relative pronoun will follow. The second sentence, this is the house that Babu built. So, that is described about the house which is built by Babu. So, that is described the house, not Babu. Okay. So, you can see in the first sentence the poem and the second one the house or non-living things. So, we have used which, that. See in the third one, Prema is my teacher. Who teaches us English? Okay. So, who is described about the teacher, that is Prema. Okay. So, we have used for the person who. So, what are the relative pronouns? Who, whom, that, which. Who and whom, it will followed by the persons, okay, living things, especially human. The other animals in all categories, non-living things, material things, everything, it is followed by that or which. Okay. According to that, it may vary. Okay. So, it is not confused too much, it is very easy to understand. While you are come across the fill-ups, see before the fill-ups what is there, whether the person or the things or the animals. If it is things and animals, you can go with that or which, you have the option. If it is a person, nothing else, who or whom or whose, like that it will come. Okay. It is very clear, it is very easy also, but it is important also. Relative pronoun, definitely you should understand. The next one, reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Both the two you cannot study separately, because sometimes it get confused. So, that is why I have given both in a same slide. See, what are the reflexive and emphatic pronoun, or the same. even for the reflexive or emphatic, both are same, but the usage is different. Okay, shall we? So, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, themselves, etc. It will come like this. Okay. So, all these comes under the reflexive pronoun as well as emphatic pronoun. Then how can we differentiate this? The same thing will come under these two category, but the usage only be vary. Okay. See, in the example, I have used the same person for the example, then only you can understand easily. See the first one, Geeta did herself, that is she did something or a homework or whatever, it's maybe house chorus or whatever, she did herself. Okay. This is reflexive pronoun. See in the second example, Geeta herself did the work. See, the usages only vary. Geeta herself, what is emphatic? Something you have said very stubborn or firm, okay, or strict, that is called emphatic. Okay. See in the second one, Geeta herself did the work. Okay. She itself did the work. Okay. She won't allow anybody. That is very stubborn, she is doing something. Okay. See in the first one, Geeta did herself. If anybody would have come, she would have permitted. Okay. That is reflexive pronoun. In the reflexive, very simple to understand, even if you couldn't understand the meaning of the sentence or etc., you go with mostly the reflexive pronoun will follow with the verb. See in the first one, Geeta did herself. Okay. Herself, it is followed with did, that is the verb of the sentence. Okay. See in the second one, Geeta herself did the work. Here herself, it has changed after the subject. Okay. So, it is follow the subject. The emphatic pronoun will comes in the sentences after the subject, but in the reflexive pronoun, pronoun will comes after the verb. It is follows the verb. That is the only difference. It is follows the subject, that is reflexive pronoun follows the verb. So, you do not want to get any confusions. All the pronouns of the reflexive and emphatic will be the same, but only the usage. If the pronoun is followed the verb, that is reflexive pronoun. If the pronoun is follows the subject, that is emphatic pronoun. So, while it is given with the any pronouns of reflective or emphatic, you have to see only whether it is followed with a verb or a subject. If it is follows the verb, reflexive. If it is follow the subject, emphatic. That is a simple thing, do not get confused. Okay. I think you have understand this. The next is reciprocal pronoun. Here each other, one another, only two things. It is very easy to remember. Okay. Each other, one another. See in the example, they like each other. Okay. That is one person, another person. They like each other. Okay. It won't be mentioned any particular one person or the other person. It is combination of the two person, but they will be give and take policy. Okay. We can learn from one another. Mostly you will do group studies, isn't? In the group study, one person will give some idea, the other person will share, and you will share your own idea, and all this it will come across in the group study, isn't? So, like this, if you have studied, but all the points and ideas will be vary one another. Okay, you have shared. So, we can learn from one another. So, this each other and one another. If they ask you in the question paper, do not get confused, it is very easy to answer. The sentence may vary with each other or one another, even for they like one another, that is right. We can learn from each other, that is right. Okay. So, there is no any problem in this. Whatever you have used in this, it is right. It depends your mind and idea. Okay. So, you need not want to worry about anything. This each other, one another, while you are using the reciprocal pronoun, both are correct. The last is exclamatory pronoun. Already you have come across in the kinds of sentences, exclamatory sentences. What is this exclamatory sentences? While you are passing any stress or exaggerations, or if you are very happy, you will use some of the interjections, isn't it? So, in interjection, do you remember that it's one of the parts of the speech, okay, we have come across. So, in those interjections, already you know we are using a lexical, non-lexical fillers, what you are going to study in your +1, +2. So, these linkers or the interjections, for example, wow, it's very nice, alas, he has died, okay. Hip hip hooray, while you are winning you will say hip hip hooray. All this will called as interjections. Even in the exclamatory you have come across this word what. So, don't get confused, this alas, wow and hooray, these interjections will comes under exclamatory. Don't get confused, it won't come. Only one pronoun you have in the exclamatory pronoun, that is what. What is only pronoun in the exclamatory pronoun. So, don't get confused with, they will give in the options for the distractions, hooray and all this, okay. So, you can give your answer very clearly, that is what is the exclamatory pronoun. See in the example, what, you bought a new car, okay. While you are asking like this, if you are framing a question in this, you will get some answer, yes or no. What, you bought a new car, what do you buy, okay, like this you can ask. See the second one, what, he got centum in English. All this is gives some of the exaggerations, okay, strong feelings, okay, that is why it comes exclamatory pronoun. But alas, wow, hooray, it won't come in the exclamatory pronoun, only one pronoun you have, that is what, okay. So, you have understand very easily, I think so, all the types of the pronouns. Some of the exercises are given in your textbook. Definitely after watching this video, if you go through these exercises, you can answer these exercises by your own, I hope so, okay. So, thank you very much children, I think you have enjoyed learning. Thank you.